Hello people, Optimus Imperius Miap, the Light of the Lord, reporting from Singapore at 5:50 a.m., 7th of August 2019. I just thought I'll do an extension cover video for events that happened on 10th of June 2019 as well as 6th of June 2019. This will be under the higher order Strength of a God, Execution of 44 God series part 31. So this video will be part 31 to bridge the gaps between the 6th of June and the 10th of June. So just a quick summary of what has happened since the destruction of the gods was that, and the baptism of Eunice is that Child Protection actually called an emergency meeting, which I'll be covering in a separate live story video that will be uploaded soon, and also in a part-by-part video to dissect the individual happenings in my life. But that will be much later because the priority is to actually come up with the prophecy videos with Noel, my companion, and the help of the Lord, the first companion, and we have to see whether the second companion has arrived. So we'll be meeting the possible Indian companion for dinner next week to screen him and to hear his life story and to tally with ours. Alright, so that will be another separate video series altogether, but this video is covering the events that happened with Eunice. And basically okay, let's just go to Eunice. Okay, let me get that. Okay, yep. So 10th of June, as mentioned in part 30 of the series, I did not sleep for 49 hours. Alright, I did not sleep for 49 hours because I was busy turning to Eunice, to Yu, and yeah. So I actually went home at about 4 p.m. and I slept until about 10 let me see, yeah, okay, that's 9 June, right? Yeah, 9 June, that's correct. I slept until about 10:30 or 10:20 or 9:37. I did wake up for a short while to go to the toilet, and then I saw Eunice messages, and she actually wanted to join me in hunting demons. So I pasted her Acts 19:16 to remind her that she's still a newborn baby, spiritually speaking. She is in no frame of mind or body or heart to join me on the assignment that the Lord has entrusted to me. And yeah, so after that I bid her good night and went to the toilet, and I couldn't sleep for a while. I just talked to her for a short while on the phone, and I explained to her why she couldn't join me, and that was 9th of June. And then I went back to sleep again. And then later, yeah, before I went to sleep, her husband actually messaged me to want to speak to me about his wife's problems. I think he's referring to the demons, but Eunice wanted me to be careful with him as he was a double-headed snake. He was the one who allowed her father to come into the matrimonial home to hex the house, and he was not as innocent as he seemed. He wanted to lay a trap for me. And so, as you guys can see, I had a court case in the next morning, on the 10th of June, which was the part where I would go to the youth court to inform the judge that I would be surrendering my beloved baby Delia, baby D sweetie angel darling, to the care of the state as mandated by the Almighty God Yehovah, as I had already been given a revelation on the 4th of June 2019 and 6th of June 2019, meeting with Child Protection, and also the prophetic dream that led to me meeting my first two companions somewhere in July. And so yeah, things have been really crazy from then onward, and I realized that it was actually the demons wanting me to be locked in a never-ending court case battle with my wife for my poor child. That was their plan. That was their gameplay, as revealed by an Anunnaki worshipper. So I decided to let my baby daughter go and focus on doing the Almighty's will, and they were really angry. They were fuming. They were fuming mad. And after I had decided that internally to trust in the Lord, to fulfill my promise to Him to do His will, He gave me the strength to destroy the 44 gods, which you will see in the entire parts of this series, the Executing the 44 Gods series. So this video is a continuation of that series. It is part 31, just to give you guys a background of what happened before I'm going to post part 32. So this is like an interlocking video to give you a prelude, alright, to fill in the gaps, so to speak. So I told Eunice, you to just focus on the recovery from the demon possession and the demon attacks, not really possession, but rather attacks, because I had just destroyed their hold on her, and she was feeling like a bit uneasy, unsettled, and weak, which is understandable because these demons are really powerful. And she said, don't believe him, he is a two-sided serpent, so the dad is teaching her to get close, alright? And then we have a contact. Eunice actually messaged me a screenshot of an SIO. Okay, just don't call that number, whatever you do. So police were looking for her. The father and godpa Andrew reported her as missing because they were very angry that she escaped their grabs after aiding me to destroy 44 of their gods. She escaped. They were damn pissed. They wanted her back. They wanted to send her to the asylum so they could inject her with mind-altering drugs, so they could regain control of her. So that's you see, telling me to be careful, that her husband is trying to harm her. He's most probably demon possessed, and it is not my place, not the Almighty's instructions and time for me to free Kenny from their hold yet. So we also learned one very important lesson. The champion of the Lord cannot just do whatever he pleases. He has to do it. He has to synchronize his actions and his next course of action with the Almighty's plan and timetable. So everything has to rely on waiting on the Almighty, being patient and humble, to submit to his lead, to discern his lead, and to proceed accordingly. So she told me to be careful. We see stuff like that. She thanked God for providing me, her big brother, her warrior, her best friend, and I don't know what that 3 little red things are. Oh, heart shapes. Oh crap. Okay, seems like she's still in love with me at that point of time. I don't know about now, but yeah, back then. Okay, anyway, that's another matter. Anyway, I do care for her a lot also, and you guys will note in the other parts the pain I felt when the police finally took her away to bring her to the asylum, to jab her with mind-altering drugs to make her forget about the Thailand gods that were destroyed. It was really crazy stuff. Okay, so just to ensure that I'm not hallucinating, this is in 10 June. Yeah, so what happened was, after I went back to sleep at about 10:35, I woke up again at about 4 o'clock to messages from her, from Yu. She told me to be really careful of her husband. They are playing both sides, working with the dad to hunt me, to be close to me so they can hunt me. And then she received a message from the senior investigating officer, which is an inspector rank or ASP rank police officer. ASP stands for assistant superintendent. Yeah, so they were looking to retake control of her. She wants to divorce, but again, she knows that the Lord does not approve of divorce unless there's adultery involved. So domestic violence, whether perceived or whether it really did happen, does not count as ground for divorce in the Almighty's law. But separation does. Separation is acceptable for a period of time if the person's life is in danger, but that will be covered separately in another video to deal with doctrine and teachings of the Bible. Alright, but now let's just focus on what's happening. So you was warning me and telling me to be careful, things like that. Like, please be careful. Yeah. Pinky husband means she said that her husband is very dumb and naive. He's easily susceptible to manipulation. So she's like telling me to be careful and thanking me for still being a shepherd and not running away. You're reminding me that I'm her big brother, so she's trying her best to control her feelings for me, which sadly she wasn't able to control later on. And I felt sad that she had to cut me off and leave me because she didn't want to be a burden to my work. I'll cover that in a separate video, but she's really a very good example of what the loyal sheep of the Almighty should be. Loyal servant of the true God should be. Right? Yeah, she wanted to pass the key of her house to me so that I could go back and take her things for me and take care of her dog. She entrusted me to take care of her dog. She has a dog called Little Nikki. Yeah, so she also told me to be careful, not to let them use anything against me and write anything in the phone as evidence. But I wasn't really too worried about that because if it's the Lord's will, no amount of trying to scheme and catch me and lock me up in jail will work. So that was the extreme trust I have in the Lord. Okay, and so after that, we went to make a plan. Before all these missed calls and crazy messages, we already had spoken on the phone on a plan to escape the police and to escape of the clutches of Godpa Andrew and her father, which is she had to make use of the strong points that she had in her life, the leverages that she had. So she had been sent to the asylum on many occasions by Godpa Andrew and the father when she had showed independent resolve to break free from the demon control. So they would send her there, inject her mind with mind-altering drugs, and then just re-enter her again. So we see how cruel and wicked these demons are, and Father and Godpa Andrew are deceived into thinking that this is very beneficial for her. And she's crazy, she's mentally ill for resisting them. So my advice to her on the phone was just type crazy stuff, act crazy. Alright, I will also play along. Because if they want to say that you're crazy, use it to leverage over yourself. And use it to explain why you did those things, why you burned the gods, why you sacrificed, inverted commas, those gods. With inverted commas, why you sacrificed those gods to help your exams. Yeah, so this is when all the crazy inverted commas stuff started happening. While she was typing this and calling me, I was actually next to her. So you guys get what I mean, right? Okay, so yeah. So just saying, where are you now? She's like demanding that I come over, and I was supposedly far away from her, on the way to her. When you guys get the drift, what we are actually trying to do here. So we are trying to so I was telling her not to do anything stupid until I arrived. Supposedly genuinely concerned for a nutcase. Alright, as a demon child. They are demon. Alright, so she's really a very good actress, if you know what I mean. Demons is Buddha is demon. This one is correct, it's not crazy, alright? All religion, all false god, all gods in the world, all religion is from the devil. That will be covered in a separate video, but the important thing is the gameplay that we had to do to avoid being caught by the demons back again for re-assimilation, to knock out her mind, to really get back hold of her. So finally, I inverted comma found her. She was lying on the rubbish bin, behaving in a very crazy and deranged manner to support her asylum record. That she's really a nutcase. So really they can't do anything to nutcases, if you know what I mean. Police can't charge nutcases for stuff. They will just send them to the asylum for treatment, and that's it. Yeah, and then after that, okay, so we'll stop here for this video. I'll come to this later. This is much later, when I supposedly inverted comma convinced her to follow me to the police station to take a statement. Right? To take a statement. Yeah, to take a statement so that she can close this case, right? If you know what I mean. To cooperate, inverted comma, with the police. Okay? Yeah, so all these are designed to show that she's really a crazy nut job. Yeah, and the motive is obvious, right? So yeah, this was when I found her with inverted commas, and this was her lying there and just being crazy, her crazy self, inverted commas again. Okay, and so this is part 31, to give you a background of the things that happened. And then of course, before I forget to mention, very important, guys, extremely important. I went back to sleep at about 4:16 a.m. when she was still messaging. I put my phone on silent, I went back to sleep, and I had demon vision attack number 6. Due to not, basically it was to summarize the vision attack, it was the demons introducing themselves to me in a slideshow, showing me their very horribly disfigured cartoonish faces. Alright, so I will explain about this more in the demon vision attack video, but just keep this date in mind. It was 10th of June, okay, about 4:16 a.m. So you can reference back to this video when I upload that later video on demon vision attack 6. So you can link it to this video, this current video that I'm recording. Alright, 10th of June 2019 at about 4:16 a.m. So the demons were like pretty pissed. They were showing themselves in very majestic armor, advancing on a mountain which I was standing on. They portrayed me as a scrawny, not ugly, they portrayed me in fact as a handsome, scrawny little man, stick man. But the moment the divine armor came from heaven and struck onto me, I became much bigger than them, and then they were like lost for words. They were like went into their Facebook group and made me watch them talk. Basically asking, oh, what will we do? And then the other demon was like saying, oh, what can we do but fight on, and stuff like that. So they were actually prophesying their doom at my hands. Of course, not really at my hands, but the Almighty empowering me. And they were trying to tell me that they were very angry, they were fearful, they were helpless. They couldn't do anything but to fight against me, even though they know they would lose. Alright? Yeah, so again, this is you acting crazy. Crazy inverted commas, for the purpose of throwing us out of the spotlight, right? Because in Singapore, under the Mental Health Act, they usually send you to the asylum. If you are crazy, they do not charge you. They send you to the asylum for treatment so you can get better, inverted commas. So I'm sure you audience watching are intelligent enough to know what we are playing here. Alright? So I will be back in part 32 for the video of the actual crazy behavior that Yu exhibited, and which I recorded and sent to the investigative officer so that they could document her case under the Mental Health Act, and we could close it from there. So it was my privilege to share this with you, just to give you some background. Alright. Anyway, she's really crazy on paper, so it doesn't matter. And we were using it to our advantage, and it was thanks to the spirit and wisdom of the Almighty that enabled us to do such a feat. Okay? Oh, one more other very important thing. I'm so sorry that I forgot to share with you before I go. Is that other than trying to hunt and fish Eunice out, Guess where did the police went? Just guess for a moment while I'm finding. They went to my father's house, alright, looking for me. And my sister was so alarmed and so frustrated and angry, she texted me. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys the message if I go. Yeah, so yeah, she was like, two uniformed police, you see, 10 of June, okay, at 4:49 a.m. came looking for me. Not until we wake up. Basket, what the fuck. Yeah, so they tried to cover for me. They actually did the right thing, and they did a good thing for me by covering up for me, saying that I got married and moved out, and they asked for my wife's name, etc. So really, it's the police. The police is also under their control, under the demons' control. They were so angry, they were so mad, they went on a massive manhunt for me and Yu. Yeah. Yeah, so she warned me if I get, and she even asked me to move out of my uncle's house, and I will cover that in a separate video also. The demons trying to go into my uncle, getting him to, chase me out, make me homeless. So you guys, we can learn something very interesting on how the demons operate. If they can't touch you directly, if you have divine protection, they go for your family members. They use the authorities, the police force, to hunt you down. Yeah, so as you can see, my sister and my father were woken up by two police officers, uniformed police officers, banging the doors furiously, demanding that I show myself, with Yu. And then they were saying like it was a case of kidnap or something. Yeah, asked her to contact her family, say she's safe. Yeah, so Yu was obviously not in any danger whatsoever. Right? She was obviously not in any danger, but why were they trying to catch her? Why did they launch a massive manhunt for her? Well, the answer is obvious, isn't it? They wanted revenge, they wanted retaliation for the destruction of the gods. They went making trouble for our families, respective families, making trouble for Yu, in hopes of stirring a big enough shitstorm so as to destabilize and unsettle us, and also hopefully to get some retaliation. But we will see in the subsequent videos that the Lord did not allow that at all. But the Lord did allow his latest sheep Yu to be tested by the devil, and that will be covered later part. Alright, so just to give you guys a background of how demons work, they are very subtle, they are very slimy, underhanded, and cowardly. If they can't get you directly, they try the indirect method. They target your family members, they try to destabilize them so that they will turn on you, and they use the authorities to their advantage. Right, so 7 August 6:13. Okay, so yeah, this is part 31 of the execution of 44 God series. Immediately after we destroyed the gods, and we went for that spiritual session, I relocated Yu, and the demons were damn unhappy. Okay, and thank the Almighty though for letting us rest before all this shit happened. And yeah, they retaliated straight away, okay, getting the police to try to raid us and arrest us and capture us under the Mental Health Act, which I later would advise Yu to use it to her advantage to close this case. And we'll talk about that in the other videos, alright? So yeah, really an eye-opening scene, alright? Eye-opening scenario that lets us see how demons work, and lets us see at the same time how powerful the Almighty God Yehovah is. He doesn't allow them to succeed in his plans. All they can do is just throw childish tantrums. They can't really do anything to hurt us. They can't really do anything to hurt the servants of the Almighty God Yehovah. So do not fear these creatures. Fight them boldly. Fight them with everything you had, like Eunice did, like you did. Alright? Learn from my example and many examples in the Bible too of faithful men and women who fought demons. Demons and their agents. Alright? So in this case, we were fighting the Singapore Police Force, which were temporarily under the control of the demons. As we can obviously see, they were combing the entire island for us. They wanted to catch us and bring us in, take our statements, make sure Yu is safe, inverted commas, when she was in no real danger at all. She's an adult, alright, of legal age, of sound mind, and they just want to catch her and bring her back to the asylum and inject her with mind-altering drugs. How wicked, cruel, and devious these demons are. How cowardly to pick on a girl who doesn't want to have anything to do with them anymore. So the Lord's Champion will be activated later to destroy and dismember these creatures in another way once more. Not in the direct way anymore, but in breaking their hold on false teachings and in doing the work that the Almighty wants to do as a slap to their face, wants him to do as a slap to their face. So yeah, it was my privilege to share this with you. I hope you have benefited and enjoyed this video. You have learned a lot about how to defend yourselves against demons, how to identify their mode of attack, how to counter attack. So using the wisdom of the Almighty God Yehovah, anything is possible. You can achieve what may seem impossible from a human standpoint, from a human viewpoint. So always trust in the Lord, never lean on your own wisdom, and you will be fine. I promise you this. So this concludes the video for part 31 of the Execution of 44 God series as a background for the future videos that I'm going to upload in part 32s, 33, 34, 35, etc. Alright, so have a good night, have a good evening, have a good day, wherever you may be. May the true God's blessings be on you and your family, and shalom. We will talk again, I promise you. Take care all. Optimus Imperius, Miak, the light of the Lord, signing out.